Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle. It's Saturday, the 1st of October, 2022. Are you preparing for October? What happens in October? Some kind of beer? Is that right? Anyway, however you are preparing, maybe the cold weather is on its way. I'm not sure. But anyway, best of luck to you. Now, here's a game that we don't often play on this channel. This is the New York Times medium level. Now, a bit of explanation for those who are unfamiliar with the games that I generally play on the channel. So there's the Guardian in the mornings, which can go from on a Monday from absolute beginner level to Saturday, a so-called expert level. Though today's was a very easy game actually. I usually play the New York Times hard level, which is the hardest level that they have available on their website, and the Los Angeles Times expert level, also apparently their hardest game. Now, they are pretty much of a muchness in difficulty, I suspect, because sometimes one is harder than the other, and then a bit later on, a couple of weeks later, it's vice versa. So, if you took the average, you'd probably find they are fairly evenly matched. I suspect the New York Times is a bit more difficult than the LA Times expert level. New York Times hard level is a bit more difficult. But they're fairly close anyway. They have similar kind of ratings, I would suspect, over the long term. Now, if you go one step down, for the LA Times, you play the hard level game, and that is a good game, and often or sometimes actually even more difficult than their expert level game. And if you go one step down from the New York Times hard level game, you have the New York Times medium level game, which can sometimes be a real challenge, much like the LA Times hard level game. So I think this is on a par with the LA Times hard level game. This is the New York Times medium level game, and in general, I think the difficulty rating is probably similar to the LA Times hard level. Oh, have I bored you with all of that stuff? Okay, let's just get on and play the game, shall we? It's just taking too long to explain, and I'm sure you worked it all out already. We have ones blocking Allah has seen. Allah has seen. That's not very grammatical in any language, is it? Right, what else do we have? Anything else happening with the ones? Yay, because ones block up and across like that, so one will be in one of these two squares here, right? See it? Okay, so that means blocking down this column here, and of course the one blocking down here. So that gives us a one there. Then we have ones blocking down this column and across here, so we can fit a one there. And good for us, fortunately for us, we have ones blocking across these rows, giving us a one there. Can we? No, we can't finish them, I don't think. I don't think so. Right, let's just go through the digits then. Why not? Let's be orderly. Okay, I don't think so. I might be missing something though. But before we go any further, look, immediately I see this 3 and 8 blocking across here. Now this is the New York Times, even if it's down a level, so we might be expecting a few New York Times style tricks. So we see the 3 and the 8 here blocking across this row, so we immediately know that 3 and 8 are in these two squares and nothing else. Now we have a 4 blocking down here, so that's where the 4 goes. And if these squares are 3 and 8, this has to be 6. Now look, 1 and 6 blocking up here, 1 and 6 blocking across here. So we have ourselves a pair of 1 and 6 up here. I don't know if that's going to help us much, but it might. Indeed it does, because 7's blocking up and 7's blocking up here. That puts a 7 into that square. 1 and 6 are here. Anything else we can get? Did I say 1 and 6? I did. Is that right? 1 and 6? Did I make it? I hope I didn't make a mistake. 1 Yeah, no, that's right. Of course it was 6 across there. Yeah, okay. Doubting my own competence again often happens when playing these games on video. 4's block up here. That gives me a 4 there. So the missing digits here are 3 and 6. Now immediately we have a blocking 3 here, so let's put in the 3 and then we can put the 6 there. Now if this is 1 and 6, and it is because 1 and 6 block up here, we will be left here with 2, 3 and 9, I think, and now we've got a 2 and a 9 in the same row, so this can't be 2, can't be 9, must be 3. 3 then blocks down here, so that will be our 3, and the 8 will be in this square. And we can get this number here, can't we? Because we know what goes up here. This was 1 and 6, this is 2 and 9, so this square here is not 2 or 9, neither 2 nor 9, and everything else we have except for 5. There we go. Okay, so we're doing okay on the left here, but we need a bit more across the board. Now we have 9 up, 9 down, so that gives us a 9 in that square. Missing numbers here are 2, 8 and 9. We got one of each, 2, 8 and 9, so can't get that just yet. Let's cycle through a little. Okay, so our 7 blocks across here, that puts a 7 into either this square or this square, which means that this can't be 7, but we need a 7 in this row. We need 5 and 7 to complete this row, so the 7 is here and the 5 is there. Then the 5 blocks up here, so that gives us a 5 in that square. Then 5 blocking up here. I didn't need that one actually, so I've got one here. That gives 5s like that. 5 across these 2 rows here with a 5 blocking down puts a 5 here, and I think this is the final digit 5 across like this. Is that the last one? Yes, that was the last one indeed. Okay, let's move on. In this set of 3, we are missing 6, 7 and 8. 6 and 8 occupy the same row, so let's put 7 there to make it logically correct. Okay. So, and now we have 2 blocking this square and this 2 blocking both of those 2 squares. So in the top row, which doesn't yet have a 2, we know that that's where it goes. And then the missing digit from here is 9, isn't it? Is it a 9? Yeah. So across here we can see this 3 and this 9 blocking this square here. We know that means that 3 and 9 will be in these 2 squares here, and this is neither 3 nor 9, and therefore is an 8. Okay, now we have 8 blocking down here and 8 across here, and then 8 has got to appear in one of these missing squares here, so that blocks this square, so we know that 8 goes there. And we'll take the 8s up as well and across this top row, so that's an 8. And we can't quite finish the 8s because we're left with this little conundrum that we'll have to attack later. Okay, I was looking at something else there. Bear with me for a moment. There's a 6. Okay, so then in this column here, let's examine intersecting 9s. We've got 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So this is the only empty cell in this column, and so a 9 must fit there. And now we can say 9's blocking across these 2 rows, so that's our 9. 2 blocks across here like this, so this cannot be a 2, that must be our 2. The last number here is an 8. 8 blocks across here and inserts itself here, and a 6 finishes off this block. 1 digit for the rest of this row, and no, it's not a 5. It's a 2. Okay, 2 blocking down these 2 columns gives us 2 here, 2 across this row, down this column gives us a 2 here, 2 up the 2 columns here and across this row gives us the final 2. Yeah, 2, 5 and 8 are finished, the others still to go. We have 3 blocking across here and 3 up here, so this will be a 3. And now we have 3's blocking down these 2 columns, allowing us to say you must be a 3. Now there's only 1 digit missing from this column here, and that is what is it, 6. Yeah, and 6 blocks down here, so this will be a 6, and 1 digit for this column is a 4, I believe. Right, almost done now. Little bits to go. What's missing over here? We're looking for 1, so I see the 1 blocking up here, so immediately I can place the 1 without even finding the other number. The other number, in fact, will be a 7. Right, so 7 down here and 7 across here puts a 7 into that square. The last digit for this row is 7. 7 blocking across here, 7 blocking down this 7 blocking across 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 this 7 bl 6, 6 up, 6 down, 6 in. 3 blocking this square, so a 3 goes here. 4 is the last number we need for that block there. 4 up here and 4 across the top row puts a 4 here. 3, now I know that this was 3 and 9 to complete this row. We have a 3 blocking here, so that's where the 3 goes, that's where the 9 goes. 9 blocks down here, so this is where the 9 will be. The last number to place here is a 4. And what's left to do? Just little bits here. What's missing from here? 1 and 7. No, can't get those yet. Missing from here is, well, 4. So I see the 4 blocking here, so 4. And 7 goes here. So 7 blocking back this way puts a 7 into that square. 1 is here. 1 blocks across here. That's our 1. The number to finish today's medium level grid from the New York Times is 6. That's it. Thank you. See you tomorrow, hopefully for more Sudoku. Bye bye.